This is Consultx reporting in for the Heat Signature Daily Challenge for January 8th, 2019. Today we are playing as Lacerta Capizzi, and our mission is to bring in 3 Glitcher's officers while being seen as little as possible. Our tools are a concussion hammer and an extreme range self-charging visitor, as well as a regular one-use long-range visitor. We're shaky, so we can't use guns, which is fine. But if we do use guns, they're silenced. We can't use guns that are not shotguns at anything other than very close melee range, is what I mean by we can't use guns. These visitors are interesting because we can do the double visitor trick, where if you use 2 visitors, then you end up, once they have both brought you back, at the second to last location that you were at. So the place you visit with the first visitor, you end up there because the first visitor pulls you back to where you started, and the second visitor pulls you back to where you left from, which is the first place you visited. So that's something useful to bypass any obstacle, ideally on the last mission, but if there's any mission that's particularly concerning, we have these 2 visitors. Our mission is to capture people, which means that the extreme range visitor is not as good as it would be with assassination or theft, because I need to bring something back with me, and you can't do that. You can't do that with a body with a visitor. So let's get going. It's not no harm, it's just don't be seen, so that's good because that means that another bad docking job. Man, I've really been slacking on my docking jobs. 7 seconds? Not ideal. But yeah, not being seen rather than not harming people, for example, is a very useful clause, because it means we can just smoke everybody and it's not an issue. Speaking of smoking everybody, I'm going to visit to these people and then yoink this item. Actually, do I want to do that? So I want to visit to them because running through this open field with all of these emergency shields would probably result in disaster. Looking at the most efficient path, it seems like the level 2 keycard is way easier to obtain traveling in this direction than it is traveling in this direction, where you have to go all the way around here or visit down there. In terms of crates, this crate's not out of the way. Well, no, that crate's really out of the way because the level 2 keycard is so far away. I could just yoink it by visiting to it, but that's a suspect use of a visitor. This path is a little bit winding, but way less out of the way. Actually, I could double visit. Well, no, I'm not going to waste the double visitor trick. I could visit down here and bop all these people, and then I could steal the thing on my way back. I don't know. I'm going to start by just knocking everybody here out. Alright, we got another visitor, which is definitely something worth noting. It means we can do triple visitor shenanigans. I'm opening this crate. Ooh, good choice to open the crate. That will definitely speed up this mission. I was worried about opening the crate because I was thinking it might take me out of the way, but it seems as though it has ultimately been a very useful decision, because I can use this Sidewinder to skip a lot of pointless travel. So what do I want to do here? I'd like to just run up to these guys. I need to make sure that that guy doesn't see me. Okay, it looks like we're fine. So now I can bop that guy, and then I can sidewind over to my capture target, bop him, pick him up, and then open this crate. Oh, that's such a great pickup. Alright. Stash this key cloner, I'll open this crate. things so far seem to be really good. I've got a slipstream, I've got a key cloner now, which lets me bypass obstacles that I would otherwise have to confront. I still have 3 visitors. My loadout's pretty unassailable now, so I think there's no reason for me to ever not skip a crate. Actually, that's not true. I still don't have a way to deal with shields or armor, so my only recourse for those things is to lure people into rooms. Actually, I do have a way to deal with armor, but I don't have a way to deal with steel or with shields. So my only recourse with shields is to lure my target into a room where there's a window or an explosive, and then blow them out into space. That's not a concern on this mission, but I am looking for the ability to crash things. I would like to obtain said ability. In the meantime, I'll just be navigating with slipstream throw movement, which should let me deal with pretty much any problem. Okay, so where am I going? What's the fastest way? Going down, I can just yoink this key card and then go right. I can sidewind to bypass this little sequence of backtracking. There are no crates up here that are worth getting anyways. You can yoink this key card, capture the guy, and then flee out this window while simultaneously getting this crate. Crates that I am missing are this one and this one, but it's probably not worth bothering with them. I need to not be seen, which is something that I wasn't thinking about, but that I'm not too worried about. Because of slipstreams. Slipstreams are truly the most potent tool that exists. Okay, so we're running down this direction. I think I'm just gonna bop these guys, just for the sake of convenience. Give me my friggin' key card. Oh, I think the slipstream still has. I was worried about losing the slipstream speed, but the slipstream's still active, so there's no point in worrying about speed. Ooh. I just lost the speed of the slipstream there. That's fine though, because I have 5 uses. I was planning on using my sidewinder originally, and I forgot, but now I have the opportunity. I want to capture the guy who's down here. Well, I might as well sidewind down there. The slipstream's still active, so. Oh, I need this hammer. Oh, shouldn't have forgotten the hammer because now I have to pick it up manually. I threw it rather than not throwing it. Let's just hit him with it. Deactivate the sentry. Navigate here. Pick up guard Coretta Cold Star. Oh yeah, it's the only person with a full name. Rather than guard and then a last name. So I want to travel over here, throw the character. Oh, a visitor. So that's really good. Or, sorry, a subverter. So the subverter means that any concerns that I might have about a shielded person on the last mission are no longer a problem for me. So I'm slightly worried about armored individuals, because armored individuals, while I can deal with them with this concussive grenade, are problematic to deal with because I have to wait for its impact. I have to throw the concussive grenade and wait for it to hit them. So it's a bit tricky to deal with, but it shouldn't be a problem. So I want to look at okay, they're all armored. So I am going to need that concussive grenade launcher. But I don't need the concussive hammer anymore. That's worthless to me because it can't knock anybody out. I could use it for lunges, but I have a visitor and a sidewinder and a slipstream, so it's really unnecessary. And then I completely forgot about my key cloners last ship, but I don't think it was a problem. However, on this ship, I want to keep them in mind because I'm not going to fight these guards anyways, and so I can just bypass every obstacle with a slipstream and a key cloner. So that is the current game plan. Oh, I'm close enough to the ship that the timer is ticking. Is there a... There is a close entry point, or a locked entry. Oh, and inconveniently the locked entry is far away from any key cards. However, I don't need to subvert my capture target. How am I going to bypass this predator? Oh, well, I can use the visitor. I'd like to be able to subvert the predator, but I'm already at this locked door. I don't have a way through, so I'm just going to subvert the door in order to get through. And then I want to run with the slipstream and key clone. So this predator is actually very annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to visit past the predator. I'm going to key clone this guy. And I'm going to run as far as I can. Ooh, another key to clone. I'm going to run as far as I can before the visitor is going to pull me back. And then teleport again. Ooh, wait, the visitor will pull me all the way back here. I need to knock that predator out. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh wait, oh shoot, I didn't bring my grenade launcher with me. Uh-oh. Okay, so I can lure, well, I'm not going to go all the way back. So I can lure the capture target to the window and then just run out the window with the slipstream. So that's where I'm at in terms of plans. Let's also... I also want to grab a crate and just hope that I get something that'll work out for me. Okay, well, the subverter is not worthless. I'm slow now. Okay, well, let's fire this slipstream up. We're hoping to not be seen. Looks like there aren't issues with that. And it looks like the predator is going in a different direction. So I'm about to get yoinked away. I'd like to get into this room, and then I want to use a visitor so that my final yoinking location... Oh, I see. Ooh, where's the telepad? Oh no, wait, this isn't a disaster, because the target will hopefully pass by this window on the way to the telepad. If they don't... No, wait a minute. I can just subvert the telepad, leave, and then capture the target when they get sent out into space. So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to get yoinked back over to this room, which is totally fine, because my goal right now, where am I, is to subvert the telepad. So can I get there? Yes. So telepad subverted. My capture target is now running towards me. It's going to be 12 seconds. Man, I wish that would be faster, because that seems kind of slow. Seems like a lot of time to wait. Well, maybe there will be something useful. Oh, wait, I don't want this target to see me either. What I'm hoping for is that there will be something useful in this cargo crate. Nope. Well, that was wishful thinking. So where am I at? So, hope number one, the target passes through this room. Hope number two, well, so I guess we're just on the backup plan of let the target reach the hacked telepad. That's 11 seconds. I feel like if I had just brought the concussive grenade launcher, I would have been able to go so much faster. But this should hopefully be fine. I get yoinked. Oh, no. Let's just go over here. Get Oh! Darn. I was like, oh, I'll teleport over here so I don't get seen, but Guard Quintana. Guard Quintana was there, ready and waiting. So, now time doesn't matter because I've incurred a score penalty. So, I mean, that's a relief, I guess. Now I don't have to worry about whether it's faster to blow what's his face Orange Fornacis out the window or whether it's faster to blow Orange Fornacis right here with the fuel barrel. It doesn't matter anymore. Um, so I mean, I'll just I don't know, go up here, slipstream. Just gonna, I might as well leave right now and catch myself with the pod. Orange Fornacis is gonna launch himself into space with my hack telepad. Okay, he's off to the right. I need to get myself first, and then I'll get Orange Fornacis. And then I'll just leave. So that was mismanaged. Mistake number one was not bringing the concussive grenade launcher with me. Mistake number two was not thinking about where the telepad is. And mistake number three was just being seen there for no reason. Oh man, and it looks like I would have had the best time. Because that was the fallback worst case scenario plan, right? Of just letting him reach the telepad, right? Taking however 30 seconds to do that mission. 24 for him, it would be like 24 once he reached the telepad, and then however many more seconds to pick us both up. And that was how long it took. So I would have been number one at this juncture of the day, ahead of Unknown, 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 and Gabe. Gabe, who was number one on the last daily. But I foolishly got seen, and I totally could have saved more time if I had could have saved even more time if I had just brought the concussive grenade launcher, because then I could have knocked the guy out, and we both could have, and then I could have escaped with him out the window nearby and finished even faster than 137, which was like the plan C after the window and knocking the guy out with the grenade launcher. So that was very unfortunate. A real shame that I let myself be seen there. But alas, sometimes you forget the little details when you're all wrapped up in trying to save this second or that second. Oh well. Other than that, I think it was fine. I had a bad docking job on the first mission. I think I forgot some detail. There was like something. It's like the reason I got the crate was like sort of a mistake or whatever. I think it had to do with the target fleeing again. I forget. I forget what I was doing right or wrong on the earlier missions. Overall, I don't think I made any egregiously poor decisions. It's mostly just forgetting major and minor details. Minor details like there's a guy on the other side of the wall who's going to see me, and major details like you need to bring the weapon that you use to knock people out if you want to knock them out with that weapon. Aside from that, everything was fine. There were like the plans themselves weren't flawed as far as I can tell. So, that is the Heat Signature Daily for January 8th, 2019. This is Consultx signing off.